Hey, what's going on, everyone? Eric Rossi, the guy with the eye here, back for another questions and answer. I asked you guys for some questions. I went through some older videos, went through comments and everything like that, and I pulled out some questions that I think that I wanted to answer. So let's get into this right now. I have a couple, maybe like 2 or 3 more than I usually do, but yeah, let's dive into it right about now. So a common question that I get asked is, how do I edit my videos? And I always give 2 answers because there's 2 totally different things and I use them for totally different reasons. For my YouTube videos like this, I use a program called ScreenFlow, and that's for Mac. And essentially what it does is it's essentially just literally a screen and audio recording program, but it's just so simple, it's quick to use, just simple boom, 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 couple quick cuts, and it's done. It's easy to use. I just crush the quality a little bit for YouTube, and boom, that's done. But for more professional videos, when I do my outside freelance work and everything like that in videography community, I use Adobe Premiere Pro CC, the newest edition, the subscription model, because it's just extremely professional. You have way more control over what you can do, all the settings, filters, if you need to do some, color grading and stuff like that. So that's how I answer it. For my YouTube, I use a quick, dirty program called ScreenFlow for the Mac. And for what I know, that's not available on PC. But for professional use, I use Adobe Premiere Pro CC. What tripod and head do I actually use? I actually use a Manfrotto X, I think it's a 105B tripod sticks, and then I use a Geodis ball head, and I'll show a close-up of that with my camera. I'll throw that in there. And it was a really, really good combo. I caught the Manfrotto legs on sale for under $200, and the head was like $80, which is Geodis is basically like the off-brand of, it's like the sister company of Manfrotto. So it's a really, really great investment. I've had this for 6 years now. So it's really, really served me well, probably about 5 years. And no signs of stopping. So it's a really, really good investment, and I recommend that for a lot of people. It's a ball head. And it works really, really well, and it's very, very reliable. So that's what I use. That's what I use to film a lot of my videos and do my professional work. What is my driving force behind photography? Now, it's a very broad but interesting question. I say from things I've gone through in life, it's to capture a story, and it's to capture a moment that no one else was able to capture in a certain period of time. And really about me, it's a lot about emotion when it comes to like portrait photography and candid type of thing. Something that really, really strikes you. Something that when you look at the image, you don't even have to put a damn word on Facebook about it. Like saying what it is, where you are type of thing. It just tells for itself. And that's just something that I really, really drives me, is to capture something that can really make an impact for my client, for even myself, or for family members and everything. Just so that, I don't know, that's just really what does it for me. It's just something that would really make someone go like, wow, or damn, I would really hang that on my wall, or this is a great keepsake, or thank you for this type of thing. So that is my driving force. It's to tell a story about something and deliver something that will really make an impact, a really touching impact to its viewer, to a client, or something like that. That's my driving force. I want to hear what you guys have to say. Write yours down below as well. Is stock photography worth actually selling? No. I think it's a dumb, terrible, stupid business to get into. There's a lot of these websites where a lot of people they might be like, hey, join this website. There's, you get this commission off of this, blah, blah, blah. Stock photography is probably the dumbest thing to get into. I mean, there's other dumb stuff in photography, but you're not going to make any money in it, not even really some good pocket cash, so don't even waste your time on it. I'm done with the question. Andy specifically wanted to ask, because he's worried about investment, is, are battery grips completely useless? Well, in that word, in the way you worded that to me was, it's a very, very negative connotation. So whatever you were hearing and everything like that, someone's strongly against that, in your life. I think battery grips are really, really essential to a form, mainly because it helps ergonomically, it helps the feel, it holds weight better, especially if a longer 70 to 200 type of lens type of thing. It really, really helps counterbalance the weight a little bit, even though it does well without one. But I use one for my professional use. So for my Nikon D700, which you guys have seen a lot of my videos, I do use that. Ergonomically it's better. You can hold an extra battery, which is totally amazing. So that way you have one in the actual camera, and then connected electronically, you can actually have, a battery. So you can have two batteries at once. So that's actually really, really awesome. That's really great. And once again, for a long day of shooting, you don't even have to worry about maybe, a battery dying, you're screwed, you got to change really quickly, you have to stop shooting, boom, because it just kicks right off into the other one, or however you want to set it up. And also, for the most part, it actually helps increase continuous shooting. So if you're in sports or something that requires, to track something, it increases frames per second for the most part. You might get like an extra 0.5 or frame, but it really, really does help as well. So, are they essential? Okay, so the way you said, are they completely useless? Hell no. They're very, very useful for my body that I mainly use, my Nikon D700. I have one, but I mainly have this Nikon D600 up for my as a video camera, and I don't use one for that. So, it's really, really pick your poison. There's battery grips that are like $400-$500, and that's absolutely. I made a video a while ago. Should you buy genuine or knockoff? Some of the knockoff actually aren't that bad. I don't recommend them anymore because of what happened to my D3000. It essentially like burned out my D3000 and kind of killed it. That's why I upgraded. But buy quality. You only have to buy it once, type of thing. So completely useless. No. Whoever told you that, don't ever listen to them about any kind of advice again. Not even where you want to go to dinner. Don't trust them. Pizza's good there, okay? And this last question is a little specific, and it involves lighting and a certain lighting, but why they, something about it. Someone wrote in and said, I want to try cross lighting. Cross lighting, two different lights on each side. But advice, they mentioned it's not that hard, but, what is something that I should be watching out for when doing that? So cross lighting, once again, you're crossing the light on both sides. But as you're doing that, you're hitting, all sides of the face, all sides of your model. And essentially what that's doing, is it's filling in from right here. You may have a little bit of gap in the middle. That's accentuating, literally all of the flaws and everything, acne, pores on your subject's, on your model's skin. So you're going to notice that, 100% in editing, and that's when you may have to go down and do some things. It's a very, very great lighting technique that you can use, but it really does, and that's my warning to you, and that's why I think you asked this question, was that, how to do that, and it's hard to not do that. A way you could do it is just to use maybe a softer type of light, just to diffuse it a little bit, go from there, move the lights a little closer, use some diffusion, and see if that helps out what you're doing. I think that's what you were trying to ask. But yes, it can really, really bring out all the flaws and everything bad on the skin that you got to kind of go down and, edit that a little bit if it goes too insane. Like, it's like super hyper quality type of thing. So that's it. That's all the questions I wanted to get to. Some very, very specific ones. Some of the ones that I get asked a lot. And if you guys and girls have any questions or comments, you can feel free to send them to me anytime. You could do Facebook. You could do Instagram. eric@ericrossi.com is where I get a lot of questions. And it's definitely on YouTube videos as well. So write those down below. Hopefully this helped everyone who wrote in out. And I think it's a wrap. So let's go. Let's have a great day. Eric Rossi, Gout DI. Keep an eye out for things in society. Today's question and answer.